For over 40 years, Dave Leonardi has made his mark with the help of a magic marker.
I always liked to yell at sporting events, going back even before high school. And then I got my seats lucky enough in 1972-73 season in the second row. And whenever I yelled, the sound just bounced back at me. So what I did was just sit on my hands and not yell. And then one person said, let's make a sign for Don Selesky when he comes out in the second period, and we'll make signs that say Bird, because he looks like Big Bird from Sesame Street.
From that one game, a sign was born. And from section N, row 2, seat 7 at the Spectrum, the legend of Sign Man was created.
When I started making signs, I never thought 40 years ahead, 45 years ahead that it's going to be pretty soon. But about 10 years ago, I thought, it might be neat to just go at least 50 years, because that is something that will never be duplicated.
Season after season, he has posterized Flyers' opponents. And with cameras catching his every word, he oftentimes constructed tomorrow's headline in the local paper.
I try to make them clean. Sometimes there's maybe one or two that is on the edge. But Afternoon Delight, when some people might take that the wrong way after the Starland Vocal Band made the song. But
we all know what Afternoon Delight is.
Well, we win an afternoon game. That's my last sign every game.
Spend an afternoon in his New Jersey home and you realize there's a method to Sign Man's messages. Crafting signs to cover hockey's changing times.
There's a tab for every sign.
All categorized and indexed like a banker's filing cabinet.
Never a doubt, feel the love, old time hockey, start the bus, my favorite. That's more like it, ripped off again. Justice is done, it's about time. No love lost, choke much. Did you expect to win?
Who knew that Sign Man had to be so organized in his signage?
Well, you can't bring 85 to 120 signs to a game and not know where they are.
That's a good point.
I think I have just about every game situation locked down. And now I can't use as many signs as I used to because of the pace of the game, the stoppages, the TV timeouts, I can't get on the referees as much because they don't stand in front of me as often.
And it was Dave's most iconic sign that put him on a more global map. Unintentionally, his Tell It to the Czar sign in 1976 was viewed as a direct message to the Soviets, who skated off the Spectrum ice and refused to play.
They are leaving. They are walking out.
Most likely, that's the one a lot of people remember. They also remember Ilka Skoragola, one of the few players I've never met, Ilka Sinisalo. But Tell It to the Czar, about 2 weeks before the Flyers played the Russians, I held up Tell It to the Queen, which is a sign I had since since I first started. And someone after the game said, "Are you going to change Queen to Czar for the Russian game?" And I thought, yeah, why not? That's easy enough. I can make those 4 letters and paste it over Queen. Sure. Never thinking the Russians would walk out. Never thinking that the storyline of the game would go as it did. Tell It to the Czar. The rest is history.
For all the grief Sign Man has given the other team, the Flyers have been gracious enough to give
Justice
back.
is done. It's about time. You asked for
They
it.
acknowledged his wedding day in 1981, and all relics the players have signed for him over the years, including an autographed score sheet from every Flyer who was part of that Stanley Cup victory in 1974.
Just things add up. You grab a newspaper here when they win the cup, you grab something else there. The last mug from Rexy's. I was at Rexy's the day it burnt down, May 11th, 1975, and took the mug I was drinking my beer from out to the car because I didn't think the fire was going to be that bad. They just add up, and if I have a place to put it, I don't throw it away.
The players and the buildings at the sports complex have come and gone, but the signs here on South Broad are still posted. One man and his passion for hockey so poignantly penned on a piece of poster board.
But I just feel like I'm another paying customer. I try not to have any ego about this. You could ask anybody. I never say to anyone, hey, do this or do that. The story is the other team on the ice. As I said, I'm just having fun now with 19,000 friends, and everybody has just been so warm, so great, from the organization, from Mr. Snyder on down, to all the fans that I meet over and over again.